You know I'm a consigner.
I know you do.
I love to consign.
She loves a deal.
But there is a question of what is okay to buy on consignment and what is not. Joining us now, Dr. Elizabeth Murray, pediatrician with Bavona Child Advocacy Center, Strong Memorial Hospital, also a spokesperson for the American Academy of Pediatrics, knows the rules much better than we do, so we've invited you on to sort of go over what's okay to buy used and what's not.
Yeah, so one of these things is not like the others here. If you look at this table, we've got a bike helmet, some much-loved sparkly sweaters and things, and then an also much-loved frozen hoodie sweatshirt.
And by the way, the mug not part of this. That's mine.
The mug is his.
Right, and so there's a lot of rules, and in general, the simple rule is when it comes to safety, you probably don't want to buy those items used unless, you can certainly do a hand-me-down within a family, but any of the safety items, so car seats, bike helmets, cribs, can be really tricky because the regulations are very tight on those, and so you just want to make sure you're not getting something that's out of date. Most people don't realize car seats actually can expire.
Right, was it 4 or 5 years or so?
Yeah, now they're thinking about 6 years, but they usually have an expiration date or at least a made-by date on it. So if you want to look at this booster seat, on the bottom there's a sticker that says produced on this date. And so usually 5 years is the conservative estimate.
No idea.
Some are going out to about 10 years, but they'll have dates stamped right on them.
What about things like strollers and like the jungle, I call them the jungle gyms, but like the pens where the things
Pack and plays. Pack and plays.
Do those have expiration dates on them too?
They do, and again, the technology has changed and the regulations of how they've been made has changed. So the pack and plays you need to be careful for. Strollers usually are going to be okay as long as they look like they're in good working condition, no broken parts, nothing rusted or loose or missing. But the crib guidelines changed in 2011, so any crib before 2011 is not considered safe. So towns are going to have rules about what you can sell at a garage sale, but then the Consumer Product Safety Council, a lot of initials, will have some guidelines. So the reason I brought this up, so what's different here is this sweatshirt is a hooded sweatshirt that's going to be okay because it does not have a drawstring. You don't really think about that.
No drawstring,
so it's no drawstring, so that's okay.
Right.
Bike helmet, it's a safety item. You can see it's been well loved. There's a lot of scuffs and marks. You don't really know what's happened to this, so the integrity of the plastic might not be what you want. So you're going to want to avoid this. And then any of these kind of sparkly things, you need to be careful. What you wouldn't know is when I bought these items, they both had tags on them saying, not for children under 3. Be aware of it, because if any of this stuff breaks off, it could be a choking hazard, they could swallow it. Things to be aware of. So we generally say the really sparkly, fancy, accessorized things, something you perhaps might not want to. The other thing is, I mentioned hand-me-downs can certainly happen within a family, but when you have first child giving to third child, then you need to be careful because, again, you could be hitting that time limit with the car seat, out-of-date materials, things like that. So you just have to watch out for those.
And I've heard that some helmets really can only take one big hit, and you don't know.
All helmets. All helmets. We recommend when it comes to car seats or helmets, if they've been in an accident, replace.
Okay.
Replace.
Which is, this is fantastic advice. And you're active on Twitter. You can find you at
Doc E. Murray.
All right, there we go. Thank you.
Happy to be here.
Great advice. We're going to check in with Hannah one more time at the Corning Museum of Glass. The new wing opening today. Back with her in just a moment.
Good Day Rochester, brought to you by Monroe Wheelchair.
Canandaigua Chrysler Dodge Jeep asked, what's the difference